we still don't have a good sense on how much of this is real or not. So we'll have to see what this fourth patient is like. Hey, Tanya. How you
I
doing?
don't understand. How could Meyer do something like this?
Because they think they could get away with it. Listen, someone called here while you were out. It sounded urgent. You should check your messages ASAP.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in a second. It's not letting me pet the kitty. I think I had to. I think they only had so many lines. Like, yeah, we went over this last time. Unfortunately, yeah, I guess there's no generic purr or something to go with when you pet the kitty. That's dumb though. They should be able to you should be able to pet the kitty more. That's a shame.
Dr. Wales, you there? Listen, the meeting went bad. They took her, man. I barely escaped. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're after me, and they might be coming after you too, just for seeing me. I'm sorry. Please contact me so we can figure this out. And don't drink from the tap.
Okay, so we got a conspiracy theorist.
Isn't that Lucas Cole? One of your patients?
Yes. Though he didn't show for his last appointment.
You should call him back.
Phones haven't really been working in my favor.
Guess we have to do this the hard way. Lucas had a cabin in the forest, didn't he? You should try and see if you can access it from the building. Maybe there's something there that'll help us make contact with him.
Or a tape.
While you're at it, you should check out what's happening downstairs. This place is falling apart.
Uh-oh, now what? Yeah, it'd be nice if you could bring the kitty with you. I feel like that's an underutilized facet of her. I mean, I like how she's animated. She's just so very fluffy. Falcon Age, but with a cat, exactly. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the implication, Zero. It's that him driving the truck with the Agent Rainbow stuff, when it crashed, he got exposed to it, and that made his anger problems worse. So yeah, court order treatment after domestic disturbance at home. Patient deflects the issue, but his father was incarcerated over violence toward his mother. Patient appears to carry resentment counterintuitively for his mother, who it appears had an affair when he was young, then married the man. Stepfather was likely also abusive, but Patient refuses to engage on the topic. Patient has a 10-year-old daughter named Madison and a wife named Alice, who is seemingly no longer living at home and may have filed for separation. Patient insists on referring to her in present tense, not as ex, and will not acknowledge their separation, as though he is certain it is temporary. Patient recently lost his job as a driver for Meyer Pharmaceuticals after an apparent accident hauling sensitive cargo. Max displays intense jealousy and anger when he feels he is disrespected or his control is threatened. He's been given basic exercises, deep breaths, counting, etc., but it's hard to discern what is or is not working. Narcissistic tendencies cause the patient to change the subject. When confronted, Max gets angry and redirects blame. Instances of projection of resentment toward his wife. Patient believes it is her fault that he's here, not the domestic violence incident. Additional. Max stormed off before completing his last session. Has not returned in 2 weeks. State court notified. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, what I'm getting is that the chemical all over the place has been making each patient's condition worse, and they're all somehow related to what it actually is. Like, Virginia was kind of tangential. It felt like she didn't really have any hard connection to the conspiracy, assuming the conspiracy is real. But she did connect to Alan, who in turn connected to Max, who in turn connected to this last guy. Uh-oh.
Oops, this one's on me. The elevator was supposed to drop all the way down and explode. Since you're stuck there, starving to death, how about you take this opportunity to reflect on what a major pain in the ass you've been?
Right. Mirror, what do you got for me? Yeah, it's gotta be somewhere.
Did you call elevator service?
Hey, Tanya!
A grown man being bailed out by a cat. Come on, let's go.
Aw, thanks, Tanya. Kitty to the rescue!
So this is what happens when I'm not around. Huh.
Ah, that's cute.
There's only so much I can carry.
Aw, thanks, Tanya. You know what? I feel better about this game already.
As if all this wasn't enough, you gotta get stuck in the vents. Yippee-ki-yay.
Alright. Now we're going on adventures. Come on, Kitty.
Have you stopped to wonder what the tapes really mean to you? They're not just recordings of your patients, that's for sure. You've listened to their stories and troubles, but what of your own? Who decides the story of Desmond Wales? It's not too late, you know, to make a change. The story's not set in stone.
Yep. Getting a sense that Kitty here is... I mean, we've discussed this possibility before, but Kitty has to be almost certainly someone we know. Someone who's just as familiar with our patients.
I could really go for a cheeseburger right about now.
Oh, you know what? That's so on the nose. I kind of love it.
Oops. I mean, Desmond, behave. This is my gas mask. Ah, sheesh.
Yeah. I haven't.
Before you get off, see you back at the office. Toodles.
Tanya, you're a great kitty. You know that? Now, your animation was kind of floaty while you were walking around, but you're very helpful, and I appreciate you. And I just want you to know that even if you're not actually my cat, if you're like my therapist and all this is a dream, I want you to know it's been a pleasure solving this misery with you. This mystery with you. You know what? It is misery. This miserable mystery. But thank you, seriously. And thank you, game developers, for including her. She makes me feel a lot better about all this. Alright, so we're back down here. That was fun. Alright, anything in here? I think I already went in here. They can be, yeah. You don't want gassy cats. That's a bit of an issue there. Alright. Now, she did say to check out what's going on downstairs. So, let's take a look around. Good question. Unfortunately, I used up all my pills. So let's look around and get some more. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah. Water's rising. This is a problem. Pill poppin' boomer. Hey, here we go. Okay. Ah, this leads to our fourth patient's apartment. Yeah. The water is getting higher. Okay, Lucas. What do you got for me? Hopefully more pills. Limber up every morning, no excuses. The life expectancy of a radio man was 5 seconds. Always defy the odds. Huh.
Nothing.
Hey, there's a tape. Drugs, yes! Oh, hell yeah. Known establishments and associate locations. Meyer Corporation, 600 Meyer Boulevard, Morristown, New Jersey. Maya Corporation, Maya Distribution. Okay, so this guy's scoping out the various facilities owned by Meyer. Blocks from the White House. Huh. Revenue. Interesting. So yeah, we've definitely got our conspiracy nut who's been following Meyer Pharmaceutical all this time. And we're finally going to find out all their dirty little secrets.
Glad to see it's still good. It's off.
Oh, okay. Hey, what do we got here? Never forget. Not delusional. Liar, flashing back. All my friends are dead. Okay, well. Death in an instant. Okay, yeah, this guy's almost certainly gonna have some PTSD.
It's off.
So what's the story with this thing? Right. So, where do you go? That goes out there. Aha!
Looks like some sort of a power unit. It has a small antenna. Looks like some sort of a power unit.
Right, so what do we do about that? Yeah, that's the burning question, isn't it? Is it going to be... Is it going to be a somewhat decent, not sensationalized portrayal, or are we going to have your classic crazed war veteran? Huh. Okay, I think what's going to be in here is this guy's record, and this is a puzzle-solving item we'll get later. We'll see. Honestly, I feel like it's been handling the actual psychological issues of the patients with a decent amount of complexity and humanity. Oh, shit. Damn it. I'd love to know why the... Hang on a second. I'm going to deal with these guys, then I'm going to outline a small grievance here. Okay, yeah. A word on these hotkeys. Okay, 1 is your flashlight, 2 is the mirror shard, 3 is your pistol, 4 is the gas mask, 5 is your flare gun, 6 is your pills, 7 is the shotgun. That's a paddling. I'm sorry. Shotgun needs to be number 3. Yeah, I feel like there's one more weapon I'll be getting that's related to this. Yeah, what the hell, right? I don't know. That feels... Oh, there was a pill right there. God damn it. That feels wrong. Okay. Does that get us anywhere? There probably is, actually. I'm just too lazy to bother. Okay, does that get me anywhere? Don't think it does. Alright, let's look around. Yeah, that is not encouraging. Alright, I'm gonna double check in Max's apartment one more time. I want to see if the pills let me open up anything else. Because I know there are presumably other albums we can collect. Actually, as long as I'm here, I might as well
Pretty good.
eat the rest of Max's food. He ain't gonna need it. Yeah, he ain't gonna need it. Okay.
Too much for one man.
So, no other secrets, it looks like. Alright, never mind. Right, so I'm guessing we listen to Lucas's tape, and we'll get the last puzzle-solving weapon thingy. Anything else? Now I'm noticing more stuff. Let's take a quick look in the basement just to be sure. Alright, have a good night, Eyes. Yeah, I'll probably be going for 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour. I was hoping to get a bit further. I didn't anticipate getting stuck in Max's tape for that long. No, that's the start of the game. Yeah, looks like there's nothing else. Yes, Desmond is a very silly man sometimes. But anyway, as I was saying, I think for the most part it does decently by the various patients you have and the disorders they have. They are somewhat sensationalized in kind of the standard Hollywood thriller way, but not to the extent usually found in video games, I think.
When I tell you to do something, you ignore me. But when a disheveled maniac like Lucas gives you false hope, you obey him without question? At this point, it's hard not to take it as an insult. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's only me.
Right. I'm starting to think if our id voice guy is... I can't tell if he is just our normal doubts and delusions. I'm just going to check up here real quick, because I do remember these things. Yeah, see, these are the same things in Lucas's cabin.
Looks like some sort of a radio device.
So I feel like we're going to get something that opens those up, and that'll probably be in the final section of the game. Right, that I think is the big issue. That the plot points for what happened to each character.
To get out of here. You have to contact him.
I'll find a way.
Yeah,
Whatever you see when you're there, don't let it hinder you. Keep going.
I'll tell you what, if I get in trouble, I'm counting on you to come get me, okay, Tanya?
Max wasn't a bad guy. He let himself get consumed.
I think he was kind of a bad guy. He said mean things about you. Yeah, I think that is the main issue, is that
Next tape.
they kind of hammer certain plot points. They kind of hammer certain plot points and character bits a little more than they should, and don't necessarily signpost what... Like, sometimes the signposting is fairly obvious and intuitive. Like, I honestly think it was decent enough up to Max's tape. But, yeah, there were some questionable decisions in there that made things harder than it should be. And that's a shame, because I am honestly enjoying this so far. I want to see where this goes. Very curious how much of this is real and how much of this is possibly Desmond's own defense mechanism for his failing his patients. But anyway, let's see what's up with Lucas.
Nice place you got here. Cozy. And this table? Is it mahogany or oak?
I actually have no idea. Alright, Mr. Cole. Why don't you sit down so we can start with the basics? Have you ever had therapy or counseling before?
Straight to the point, huh, Doc? Sorry, You're not the first therapist I've met with, but I sometimes find it difficult to open up. Past therapy sessions were very productive.
Alright, so not his first rodeo, reasonably polite to us, but he was either genuinely onto something or some kind of conspiracy nut that thought he was. And it's also possible he wasn't actually in the army and just thought he was, or acted like he was. We shall see.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm not a super social guy, so you're the first person I've spoken more than a sentence with since I moved here. About a month ago?
In that case, welcome to Milton Haven.
Thanks. Well, since I'm on the road so much, I tend to keep to myself, but sometimes I feel like paying people to talk to me. I just got a little cabin just outside of town. It's a nice upgrade from living in a van crammed with gear.
Yeah, he seems like a kind of nervous, slightly socially awkward guy. I don't know if I don't know if that by itself will be part of what his deal is. We shall see. But yeah, Army, veteran, PTSD, my mind naturally goes to conspiracy theorists just because that's usually the through line for fiction.
So, what brings you here?
That's a good question. I need help staying sane. You see, how this usually goes is that I tell you, the therapist, a story from my time in the armed forces of horrifying experiments, government conspiracies, and cover-ups. Then at some point, you're gonna give me the look.
The look?
The look you're giving me right now. The look that says I'm talking to a lunatic.
Yeah, this does kind of have that vibe to it. The burning question is if we'll be beating mannequins with a wrench by the end of this, or a pipe or something.
Lunatic? No. But I am a bit puzzled. I would very much like to hear your story.
Alright, I'll tell it to you, but I've been made to doubt myself for years, so I hope you'll take it seriously. Take me seriously, and don't give me that look neither. Just let me do the talking for a bit, okay?
Alright. Alright, I see a radar dish back there. Get the feeling we'll be listening to Russian number stations somewhere in this. Is such a thing possible? Yes, it is. Okay, Elysium Park has been mentioned before. This is where the conspiracy mentioned having some kind of research outpost. So we're definitely heading in the direction of the focal point of whatever is going on here. Yes?
Fine. Then I suggest you pay close attention to what he has to say. It's the last bedtime story you'll ever hear. Rainbow. Out.
Okay, yeah, he's calling himself Rainbow. So either he is a manifestation of Desmond's exposure to the chemical, or we're being coached into thinking he is. Department of Agriculture, Elysium State Park, temporary closure due to safety hazard. The following acts are prohibited within the restricted area. Going into or being upon the restricted area. The restricted area comprises all lands and roads belonging to or associated with the decommissioned U.S. Army installation Fort Sonder, including the old bunker. Exemptions. The following persons are exempt from this order. Any federal officer or designated Meyer Pharmaceuticals employee or carrying proper permits. Dr. Desmond Wales. Whoa, okay, hold on a second. Hold everything here. The purpose of this order is to provide you with the most spectacular death possible, second only to the heat death of the universe. You'll be gone in a flash. Okay. That's gotta be Rainbow fucking with us. I think, maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like, yeah, most payphones have been phased out, but we are in 1997, so the tech back then, this would be period appropriate for the tech back then. The fuck was that? Be 4 times, yeah. What the fuck? Oh great, we have Imperial walkers out here. Yeah, we've got ATSDs prowling the Pacific Northwest. Shit. Right, suddenly this game becomes a very loosely connected Star Wars games. It could be Sirenhead, I don't know, that would make more sense. It looked more like some kind of armed walking thing. Okay, so we're here. Center, bunker, water treatment facility. Just getting a sense of what we're going to run into here. Yeah, the good old pre-9/11 days, yeah. Well, we did have Dennis Nedry with Meyer Pharmaceuticals. It is entirely possible this game is related to Jurassic Park. Okay, hup.
Looks like some sort of a radio device.
Right. Ranger cabin, Forest Center. I guess we go this way to the cabin. Oh wait, hang on a second. There's a map over here, dummy. We are here. Alright, that's the river. Ranger cabin's this way along the river. Got it. Yeah, we use the pills to summon Max again. He wants to prove he's a good guy, now's the time. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I've had this thought for a while. A fun way to introduce a sequel to Disco Elysium would be just to flash the name Elysium and then go through your intro footage, and then, like, above it, like, you'd place, like, some synthwave during it, but at the very end, you'd have the Elysium logo, and then write Neon above it in neon letters. The title would be Neon Elysium. I don't know, I'd imagine a sequel taking place in their equivalent of the 80s, and striking that kind of cultural and political tone, but with their own brand of weirdness to it. I don't know, that's just stuck in my head for some reason. Anyway, Elysium Park State Park cable connection is open. 200 feet off the ground. Tickets are available now at 16 Fortunate Isles Way, Milton Haven. See you there. Synthwave Elysium, yeah. Well, you have to make a play on the title somehow, because you couldn't just have Disco Elysium 2. That'd be too obvious. You'd have to either change the disco part, which would be the most obvious turn of the... It would be the most obvious course, because you'd be further into... Presumably, you'd be further into the future. Or you'd have to have, like, something other than Elysium, like, Disco Purgatory or something. Anyway, note to self: check the compatibility of the backup generator rig with my radio beacon technology. If it works, it should enable me to turn on the generator from inside the cabin. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna get some radio doohickey that will let us
carry that much ammo.
work with these things. Yeah, you could go through it with different styles.
Other side.
Grunge Elysium, Metal Elysium. All right, so there's got to be a way in. I should focus on the game in front of me. Oh, what do we got here? The time hath come. Excuse me, Mr. Ranger Man. I want your plot doohickey.
It's blocked from the other side.
Oh, hey, here we go. To say the Necronox, you'd be surprised how rarely people look up. Alright, so is there a way in from up here? Right, yeah, it doesn't really it's... They say it's the year is like 53, but they don't specify what century it is relative to us. It doesn't use our calendar, so it's kind of hard to say. Ah, here we go. Too much or not enough, Octal? But yeah, it's kind of interesting asking how culture would develop with a different level of technological development. Like, what music would arise in response to the setting of Disco Elysium? What would be the next logical progression? Would they proceed the way we did, or something else entirely? Anyway, made contact with the scientist working on Agent Rainbow. She told me she could give me documents that'll blow the lid off this entire experiment. I'm supposed to meet with her soon. Finally, I'm gonna get some answers, and a chance at vindication. Alright. Hi. Yes, I see you there.
It's blocked from the other side.
Alright. Oh, this is interesting. Because we never actually went to the real world, or the tape world equivalents of our patients' houses. So this is what his cabin... this is what his cabin looks like at the time of the recording. Finally, some progress. I found a half-burnt memo that mentioned an actual chemical agent tested in the 60s. It said, "Why fight the enemy when you can scare it into submission?" It also said it proved to be too effective, so they shut it down. I guess they decided to bring it out of retirement. So noted. We'll be careful about streams. I apologize, Zero. But yeah, that's more general settings talk. The larger point is that it didn't really... Their world didn't really develop at the same rate ours did. Their technology is kind of staggered in interesting ways. Anyway, this metallic foil is a happy accident. While I don't want anything to block my device's signal, it may help hide the frequency from being detected by undesirable forces. Oh, if this turns into a tinfoil hat, if this is a literal tinfoil hat we get, I'm going to lose my shit. Further testing is in order. For now, I can at least sleep with less interference in the air.
Looks like some sort of a radio device.
Okay. There it is.
I'll come back for this if I need it.
Personal transmitter. Nearby radio signals automatically detected and displayed in the monitor now show frequency alignment when positioned correctly. Added a red action button for convenience's sake. Just various version updates. Bug report. Certain metal foils have been found to block reception transmission, picking up strange voices and random patterns. Snake program still crashes the device. Ever since I listened to the deposition of a radio man who survived an encounter with Agent Rainbow in the late 60s, I knew there had to be a connection between radio waves and the way the chemical affects the brain. It's a little-known fact that the brain emits electromagnetic radiation, brain waves, just like a radio does. The difference in frequency is so great, however, that the two never interfere with each other. But with Agent Rainbow, that's no longer the case. In order to understand how Agent Rainbow works, one must not only understand the brain's chemistry, but its mental processes as well. Consider the Jungian concept of the shadow, in simple terms, the dark part of our personality, every undesirable aspect of ourselves we push down and repress. Agent Rainbow brings it all to the surface and gives it form. Facing something like that in such a sudden way is a truly horrifying experience, leading to accelerated mental degradation, followed often by death. Yep, we're turning into Persona now.
Looks custom made. Let's see what it can do.
Yeah, we're going to get some... let's see here. Alright, signal frequency, transmit. Here we go. Okay, I cycle through until I get... There we go. Huh. Oh, now what? Oh, shit. Lucas? I didn't mean to take your shit, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lucas? We can talk about this, man. Okay, I gotta use the thingy to get this thing open. Oh, wait, that's right. I gotta find the... I have to find the thing that connects to, and then zap it with the radio thingy. I see, okay. Where's the... Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Right. I'm gonna be honest, I half expected him to bust through here. A little glad he did. That took some adjusting. The Flash. Okay. Oh, we're up against... Oh, we're up against the fucking Flash. We're screwed. Great. Okay, use a radio when hearing a signal. Right, I guess we just head back to the bridge then. Dark side of a person who wants the service reading of it. Press altruism. This is your triple fiction. Yeah, it's kind of short. Like, the way that this rainbow dude has been expressed, I feel like that would more classically fit the definition of the id. Or at the very least, the part of Desmond that is self-critical and wants him to face the parts of himself that fail, but might also be trying to sabotage him. Like, it doesn't... Oh boy, now what? Right, yeah. It's just not a part of the personality that isn't directly acknowledged. Okay, now it is Call of Duty, motherfucker! Shit. Alright. God damn. Get fucked. Yeah, a lot going on here. Imagery's a little on the nose. Oh, hey. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Jumping into barbed wire, bad idea. Good. Glad we got that sorted out.
I can't carry that much ammo.
Okay, you know what? Popping some pills here. I do like that these double as medkit, basically. My device is detecting weak signals from within the walls of the bunker entrance. I've managed to interact with 2 of them before, but they seem finicky and buried behind thick cement and metal. Perhaps there's too much interference at the moment. I'll try again at a later time.
It's off.
Alright. Radio, what do you got for me? Okay, yeah. Huh. Alright, where's the power? Unless I have to... Ah, I see. Ah! I have to look further, of course. There we go. Yeet! Hackety hack, baby! Okay, so this is demonstrating the foil thing that can protect it, or can block it. Alright. So, now it has a code. Do we hack you? No. Bollocks. Okay, now we go around here and we find the bunker code. Oh, Jesus, it is a Strider. Okay, it's a Strider, and it's an ATSD, and it's Sirenhead, and he's got a sniper rifle. Motherfucker. Yeah, where's some resistance fighters with a rocket launcher when you need them? Okay. Alright, we need to get away from this guy. Maybe I can sneak past him? I feel like so long as I'm not out in front of him, I can get fairly close without him detecting me. Yeah, we need some sticky bombs to deal with this guy. Uh-huh. I don't think of it. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if I can do something with this. Hey! Fuck. Okay. Okay, getting too close to the legs, bad idea. Got it. There's one more light on him. There we go. Hey! Alright, so that disables him temporarily. It's like with Max. Got it. Little barbed wire never hurt anyone. Uh-huh. Good question. I'll try the pill. Presumably he's gonna wake up at some point. Yep. Hey! It worked! Fuck! Okay, it doesn't work that well. Time to motor. The hell was that?
To enter the code. 4 towers. Look. 2 stars.
Stars, right. That's very helpful. Up, hey! Ah! Subtle. I like it. Okay. Yeah. I noticed that checkpointed me. So, let's call it there. Looks like the next big puzzle area is... The next big puzzle is going to be getting the code from each of these 4 things while dodging our Sniper, Strider, Sirenhead friend. And yeah, I feel like this will be... You know, this is apparently our last patient, and there'll probably be one more area. We'll go back to the apartment one more time, and then there'll be one last dream area to resolve things. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry sorry about the running back and forth and struggling with puzzles that sometimes had obvious solutions I just didn't notice, and sometimes were just the game bugging out. But honestly, so we're clear, I am genuinely enjoying this. Like, aside from some jank and some areas that need polishing, some signposting that probably should be there that isn't, I'm still very curious where the story's going. I'm curious what curveballs are going to throw next. It does seem like for every time it does something a little too close to formula or a little too not as well as it could, it does something clever as well, and that's enough to keep me engaged. So yeah, I'm really curious what happens with Lucas and what's really going on with respect to this Agent Rainbow or whatever, and how Desmond factors into it. And yeah, I want to see what happens. So yeah, we'll probably finish this up next week. Hopefully finish this up next week. And after that, we'll get to Yakuza. Tomorrow night, we're going to be playing a game called T-30. Fen introduced me to it. It's kind of an interesting little time-limited city builder. Thanks, everybody, for coming here. And have a good night, and I'll see you next time.